A lot of you looking to do entrepreneurship and jump into the entrepreneurship space. I want you to understand that this is a very competitive space, interesting space to be in. It's not all glitz and glam, and it's not what you probably think it is, right? Before you even think about getting into entrepreneurship, I want you to understand this shit is very fucking hard. It's the hardest fucking industry to be in. However, it is the perfect industry to be in if you're that person who likes to jump in without knowing how to swim, and then you learn how to swim, and then you become the Michael Phelps of the water. That's literally what entrepreneurship is. You're gonna learn, you're gonna fail, you're gonna fucking hit your head, you're gonna do all sorts of dumb shit, you're gonna have to go through hardship, tribulation, XYZ, just for the end destination to not even be guaranteed. I want you to understand, entrepreneurship is not a route of guaranteed success. You are doing things with the hopes that in the long term that they pay off. So there are systems and things that you need to put in place to get to where you want to go. And the first thing I want you to understand is that analysis paralysis is a thing. You are going to set out on your journey, and before you set out, you're going to over plan. You are going to overthink what you're about to do. Story time. When I was at Coke, bro, I literally was putting bottles on a shelf, and I would go there and I would plan, but then never execute on the fucking thing that I was planning. And that's why I stayed there for a year and a half or a year and 3 months before jumping into entrepreneurship fully, right? And getting into my business that now generates me 7 figures. Bro, you have to understand that when you are in the entrepreneurship space, when you are planning, you need to execute on the things that you are planning. Just like in last video, we talked about speed. Speed is the number one thing in the entrepreneurship lifestyle, or the entrepreneurship game. It's all about speed, bro. Imagine, no one's coming to help you. I want you to understand that. This is not a pool where you jump in and there's going to be lifeguards and your parents are going to help you and your friends are going to help you and all these things. No. Because your friends are secure. Your friends have a safety net called a 9 to 5. They're getting weekly income or bi-weekly or monthly income that is guaranteed by the company that they work for, right? So they're sheltered to a degree. You have zero shelter. You have to rely on your creativity. You have to rely on your brain strength. You have to rely on your clarity, your focus, your vision, your eliminating of distractions, your dedicated energy and attention towards a certain idea or goal that pops up in your brain. And then you have to create revenue from providing value to people in business. So now you tell me, right? And this is not even jumping into taxes, hiring people, right? Maintenance, right? Hustling and then slowing down to rest so that you can have more energy to hustle again. Right? Working when you're tired, you're sick, when it's only you, right? Being a generalist, so knowing how to do everyone's job before you hire anybody because you're that small of a business, bro, you're working off of your ideas, creativity, and energy. And if you think that jumping into entrepreneurship is going to be the easiest thing that you've ever done, absolutely not. This is not flights, money, hotels, sexy women, and good food. This is fucking grit, pain, tears, blood, everything, bro. Your worst nightmare is entrepreneurship. But you know what was worse than my worst nightmare is to follow directions from a boss I don't like, clocking in at a time I don't want to, right? Doing things for somebody else that gives them more revenue than I get back for what I did. Not being able to rely on myself and understand that I bring value to the world instead of me bringing value to a job that doesn't benefit me in the long run, right? Giving my valuable years up for what? A few dollars a month time so that I can enjoy my weekends? Yeah, fuck you. So that is my worst nightmare as an entrepreneur. So I will deal with all the bullshit that comes my way. And if you are that side of person, should consider entrepreneurship, but know it's going to be fucking hard, and analysis paralysis will kill you and sink you faster than you think. You will end up stagnant. You do not have the ability or the fucking privilege of being stagnant in this game. This is why I continue to harp on eliminating your distractions. You need to rid yourself of the fucking distractions that plague your life. Your energy and your focus is the number one thing that will get you out of your 9 to 5 or the unfavorable circumstances that you found yourself in currently. You need to harbor your attention and your energy towards something that actually is giving you the things that you want out of life. Right? Because like we talk about all the time, when it comes to money, think about when you're in the 9 to 5, you're not necessarily thinking about how much this cost. You should be thinking about how much time this cost me, right? To make that money to buy this thing, right? That's literally what it is. However, when you jump into the entrepreneurship space, this is no longer a game of how much did that cost or how much time did I have to put into that thing. This is how do I get that thing to create more money for me so that I can free up my time to do other things, right? And a lot of our ideas will then produce money. So therefore, it's not really tied to time, it's tied to a creative thought. And that's the sweet spot, because then you're creating money out of thin air by an idea. And this is why we talked about in the last video about speed. The faster those ideas come down, the quicker you will be able to write them down and then execute on them. Right? Don't overplan, because you don't really need to overplan. You just need to have a set structure or framework on how you're going to attack this thing, work it backwards from the destination that you're trying to get to, and then understand that you have to put in one foot in front of the other every single day towards that plan that you put out. Don't overthink it too much. The other thing is, when you're in entrepreneurship, a lot of ideas are going to pop in your brain. Do not chase all of them. Chase the ones that align with you. I repeat, you are going to have a lot of ideas that pop up in your brain, and you're going to want to do everything at once. Do not follow them. Follow the things that align with you and the vision that you have for your life, right? Those are going to take you the furthest. Those are going to allow you to, when you start to bang your head across the wall or against the wall and you're saying, why am I doing this? This shit is hard. It's getting rocky. Money isn't really coming in. You will be able to lean on yourself and have a sturdy why, because when the things that you're doing do not align with yourself, you're not going to want to do them when they get difficult. Right? Because it's going to be hurdle after hurdle after hurdle after hurdle after hurdle. Right? This is not a job where you can slack off 50% and allow the hard workers that really love the job to do the work for you. No, this is something that you have to learn how to swim, or you will drown and die. Think about that. So do not chase everything that looks shiny. It's called shiny object syndrome. There are business ideas that will look like they can get you a lot of money. There are ideas that you think you're going to fucking become Bill Gates and become the Mark Zuckerberg of the world, but it's just shiny object syndrome, shiny business syndrome, shiny idea syndrome, whatever you want to call it. Do not get into the rabbit hole of chasing the most shiny thing or the thing that you think is going to pop off for you. Follow what aligns to the messaging of your life, right? And if you don't know how to do that, you need clarity. You need to free up your mind. You need to eliminate your distractions. And you need to feed yourself foods that help you to continue to push towards this alignment track, right? So do not chase everything. Find the ones that align with you and start to execute on those, because when things get rough, you will still want to do them. And lastly, your fear of rejection is going to kill you in this space. You need to jump into a place of understanding that rejections are necessary. You need to get the no's. And I've given you this equation before. If you're interested in 10 people, 3 people will bite, 1 will buy, right? 10 people. 10 opportunities for you to hear a rejection statement, you more than likely will get 3 to come on, right? And take it and hear you out, right? From those 3 that hear you out, take the meeting or the beginning meeting, 1 will onboard with you and bite, right? So that means you need 100 no's to get 10 clients. Think about that. Let's be real. It takes time, but you can do it. Do not play yourself. Right? And do not get into this fear of rejection. I want you to understand, if you couple speed with clarity, so not analysis paralysis, you have a quick plan, but you understand where you're going, so you don't need to plan anymore, right? You get rid of your shiny business or shiny idea syndrome, and you're not fear of the rejection that comes with that. You will garnish everything you want. And when you start to get in alignment, because those ideas align with who you are, the abundance will come into your life. And we will talk about manifestation in another video. But that is another thing. You must allow the universe to give you what you're asking for. It may come on a delayed time clock, but you have to weather the storm. And sometimes that storm is going to teach you a lot of fucking lessons that you ran from. Because business, like I've said before, is just self-development disguised in wrapping paper, right? Business is literally self-development wrapped up in paper. You take that fucking paper off, it's going to simply just be self-development. Everything that you struggle in your personal life, you're going to struggle with in business. If you don't like confrontation in your personal life, you're not going to like confrontation with business owners. Think about it that way. The better you are at working on yourself as you grow in business, the better it will help you in your business. And then when the universe is starting to give you what you ask for, do not get stagnant, do not get comfortable, do not think you're going to be here forever. This too shall pass. Entrepreneurship is the way if you want it to be, but you're going to have to weather the storm, and you're going to have to get over a lot of obstacles that are in your personal life that are bleeding into your business, right? So breathe. It takes time, it takes effort, it takes sweat, blood, tears, right? There are days where you don't want to do things and you're going to have to do them anyways. There are going to be days where this shit don't look right, but you're going to have to make patties out of shit, bro. You're going to have to make your shit be sellable, right? You're just days where you're going to have to wake up and drag yourself out of bed and not want to fucking do anything at all besides sleep and rest your body. But you have to keep going because this is what you asked for, right? It takes time and it takes effort and energy for you to get over the personal problems that you're having so that when you're in business, you can execute, right? So I promise you, getting rid of your distractions are not only going to open up clarity for you, but the ability to understand what is going on around you in your business and not just in your personal life. It's not easy, bro. So if you're not ready for that, do not step into the game because the arena is very dangerous. It is very dangerous because it will mind fuck you and leave you and shit you out and not give a fuck about you, right? Well, I'll leave you with this, bro. When you're in the space of business, bro, I want you to understand nothing is personal. Everything is about business. The more robotic you get in business, the better you will be. There is no emotions, right? There's no, oh, this didn't work out for me because, oh, prejudice, blah, 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 blah. And while there may be undertones of that bullshit with people, I want you to understand that the better you are at being emotionless, the better you will do in business. Everything needs to be logical, calculated, make it make sense. Does this bring a return on your investment? No? Okay, don't do it, right? Is this taking too much energy where I can put it somewhere else? Okay, cool, it's probably a distraction. Let me avoid that, right? Do I have a huge month this month that may need to be kept for next month because we don't know what's coming down the pike? You should keep the bread, right? You're talking to somebody who's gone into $48,000 in debt the first year of business after having a phenomenal year and thinking that I can just fly around and be cool and it would be all good and dandy. 2024 whooped my ass, like I've told y'all before, simply because of the bad decisions that I made in 2023, right? And then when you recoup, right? So I've recouped, good. But as you head into another year and another season of greatness, because understand, you're going to have years where I call them get money years, right? 2022 to 2023 was my get money years. The ending of 2023 to the entire 2024 were your payback years, right? So the lessons need to be learned, right? The debts had to be paid back, right? And now 2025 going into 2026 are your get money years again, accelerated. Right? So you have to understand the cycles and the things that you're going through as you go through them. And if this sounds foreign to you, bro, but you're excited about this, bro, hit that link in below, download your free ebook of eliminating your distractions and get after it, bro. Right? In a couple of weeks, I'm going to give y'all the best tool of your life that will get you in the best shape, the best mental state, ready for fucking entrepreneurship, and also being able to close sales and get into deals, bro. I got you, bro. I promise you I got y'all. But understand it's a very serious thing that you're about to jump into if you're looking into entrepreneurship, but you better be prepared for everything that it comes with if you're going to take this on. So make sure you work on speed, you work on your personal development, and that you understand that not everything is going to come to you like this. You're going to have to go through rejection. You're going to have to take the back seat some days just for you to get whatever you're asking for. Boy, Mr. Brown.